Alrighty, well we've got a bit of a circus playing out here. I realised with the weight of all of that there, it may put a bit of weight on this, so I've worked out that I can do it fine with a bit of wire hanging there. This is all without heat guards because I'm trying to get it to go in. I have had so much shit with this piece here. 90-degree bend, half-inch bit of pipe in there. Then this one's a half-inch to three-quarter. Then I've got a bit of three-quarter-inch pipe there on another 90-degree bend. Yeah, it doesn't seem to matter what you do. It's a bit of a circus. And I've picked up, these are actually more like 12mm connections, and I've gone to pick up half-inch bits of pipe that won't fit in there. Then got some other bit of pipe that turns out it's 12mm, but it's actually that bloody loose. You can't seem to get it to bead very well between the fitting and the pipe. This one's all right, but some of the bits I'm using in the middle, they just won't bead in properly because they're too small. So it seems they're either too small or too big, and then the trouble is it's all too close. So I think I've got it all pretty much right after about bloody 4 or 5 go. I mean, some of these, they come out perfect. You know, there might be a little bit of a bubble, but that's sealed like perfectly. Yeah, sure, there's a drip of solder on that, but that's all, the whole lot of that. I could block my finger off up here, blow in this, and I could build up a lot of pressure to the point my ears nearly popped and there wasn't a bubble coming out of any of it. You know, and it's great. But with this, somebody didn't realise the first time you can actually get a 90-degree bend that's half-inch to three-quarter 90-degree bend. And there's one up there that I didn't realise it the first time. But the trouble is, as you're trying to get this connection here to go, this bastard melts, that bastard melts, blah, 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 blah. And it all turns into a mess. So, quite frankly, I'm just going to do away with this bullshit. It's extra weight. It might have given me a little bit of extra heat. But quite frankly, I've dealt with this son of a bitch 5 times over, then brought this over back to my house as 1/2 and 2/2. Only to try and melt this in, but I'm not an ostrich, so I can't see if it's actually joined in the back here, blah, blah, blah. What a bloody circus. This bastard come apart again for the 5th time over. Like it doesn't fall apart, but it starts leaking and I've had enough. So, that's the hose there that actually goes up to the shower head. It's a very slow flow. And there might be a bit of shit in the line that's come through there. As you can see, a bit of brown muck. Yeah, that's a very small little shower head. That's just a $2 bit of junk I got, but it sort of goes all right. And anyway, I've had enough of bullshit, and I've got some thread paste. And I could put it in, but there's still water in the lines, blah, 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 blah. You know what? I just heat it with a blowtorch, just take all of this bullshit off, and I'm going to get another line. It's from the one up there that you can't actually see because I've folded it back. It's that one there behind the kettle. I've been using the kettle to try and soften these to get it, because that actually fits on all right, but you got to heat it with a bit of hot water before it'll fit over. So that's what I was doing up the top there. So anyway, I've got connectors that are like half-inch joiners. So I'm going to get some more garden hose, and I might not even need any. I think I will actually. And just go from there down to here. And I'm going to have a bit of heat shielding and whatnot. And hopefully with enough cold water running through, it's going to keep this end cold enough so it's not going to overheat the pipe. But the heat shield will be going like that. So we should be all right. But I tell you what, somebody has spent years doing electronic soldering, but this pipe bullshit is very, very different with a blowtorch. These are things I should have learned when I was at the radiator joint, but everybody else was too busy. So happy to jump onto the blowtorch and solder something up that I barely even touched the fucking thing. So as a result, my skills are not what they should have been for somebody who's worked for a radiator manufacturer. Anyway. Trials and tribulations. That joint there, by the way, that's brazed. That's why it's still got pink paint on it. And I have realised with little experiments with the blowtorch that just from this alone, and putting a blowtorch about here somewhere after I take this stupid cover off, we might be able to make a hot water system literally out of, you know, one bit of pipe and 2 or 3 fittings. Yeah. But that'll be experiment for another day, because right now I just want to get this bloody shower working, and I'm just sick of all the grief, you know, and I need to do a few projects that I know are going to be successful, and have a break from nightmarish pipe soldering with a blowtorch, which is a problem because I am not experienced in it, and like all first tries, there's a lot of fails. But anyway, that's how this is all playing out, and yeah, it looks rough. That's only because this has been sitting in the shed going rusty for a while, and yes indeed it is homemade, and yes indeed it is a bit rough, but yeah, effectively it's she'll all work out.